Hey there, Nomads of Lore. I'm Sean.
And I'm Jonathan.
And together we are Mead and Mischief, your home away from no home at all.
At all.
And in this video, we are going to be reacting to Arcane 1-star reviews. Just to make it very, very clear, this video is kind of in fun only, and we may tease out some more intelligent conversation as it goes on, hopefully as well. So we don't know any of the people that have left these reviews on various platforms and whatever else, and we're not trying to say anything about any of them or anything. They might be wonderful, intelligent, amazing human beings and whatever else. Or they may be just trolls and are just trying to be silly in their own right, or whatever else. So we're not trying to make any judgment calls. We just thought it'd be fun to look at some reviews. Now we do want to say we got this idea because I was flipping through YouTube, as you do, and came across Tunaholic's video, which we will link in the iCard and put a link in the description to his video. And because he did basically the same concept, and we were talking about what videos we wanted to do, and we're like, we've been wanting to do some Arcane, we've been wanting to do something a little bit lighter, so this sounded fun. Why not? So make sure to give credit there that the idea wasn't lighter, originally ours,
or darker. Maybe some hate in there.
Lighter or darker.
We've both been discussing.
We've been very
discussing how if we're going to be able to make it through this without getting angry or without saying things.
People,
so
we'll try to keep open minded and so hopefully there's some good stuff as well.
Also, spoiler warning. There's probably going to be some spoilers throughout. I'll try to.
No, don't even. Yeah. There's potential spoilers for the whole first season.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the show, go watch the show first.
We won't intentionally spoil anything, but
they might.
They might, and we may, because we're responding to something, say, like, we're not going to be. It's not our goal to spoil things for you, but it's very possible.
Yep. First off, we pulled these reviews from Google. This first section, I think we got some as well from IMDb and maybe even some from Rotten Tomatoes. So we'll start with the Google section.
Literally. Terrible. Literally removed all the worthwhile characters. In the first episode, I spy I've played LOL before. Story was always swing one way and another. There was no way to stay interested. No way at all.
Hold on. Let's go back to the worthwhile characters all being removed in the first few episodes. We removed some side characters, which I'm not saying they weren't worthwhile. They're great side characters. And we removed Vander, which definitely is worthwhile.
We definitely fridged 3 characters.
But
that happened.
All the worthwhile characters?
Every one of them.
Sorry, go ahead. Keep going.
All of them. Nobody was good. The only thing that really kept me watching was the animation style.
Okay.
Really interesting and very well done. We agree with that statement. Well, that we liked it. Yeah. Story, however, is the worst I've ever seen, and I have seen some exceptionally questionable shows, and this takes the cake for the worst story. I wonder, I really want to know what these exceptionally questionable shows were.
Mild spoilers.
Mild.
Literally garbage.
Literally garbage.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
They have turned the most likely character, Powder.
The most likely?
Which had the potential become the lead of the series. I'm sorry, I'm having a really hard time reading their English, but nothing against them.
No judgment.
No judgment.
Maybe.
Into a negative character and did something terrible.
Terrible.
Apart from Powder and Vi's story, the political drama which spins around Jace is not much enjoyable.
Not much at all.
The story will not make any sense until the last 2 episodes, which tested my patience. It will not in the future.
In the future. Yeah.
But did not.
You're not going to get it.
Sorry.
You're too dumb to understand.
Finally, I only watched it for the animation and will not come back to it
that's
any
another
time in the
person
future.
that really liked the animation. Well, no, this is a fun review.
Okay.
And the thing here is that Powder is not the lead.
No.
Of the series. That's the first thing. Well, the first thing is literally garbage.
Literally.
And then Powder's not the main character of the show. And okay, so Jace's arc, that's personal preference, right?
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah. Apart from Powder and Vi's story.
Tested their patience. They were not patient.
All right.
Worst show ever. Worst. Every show I watch has made me feel an emotion. Any emotion. It's funny because our title when we were reacting to this series was emotional
as heck.
Emotional damage.
But this show only has pretty art, but nothing else. It was so bland that I was shocked, dang it, that it was possible for a show to be this bland. I've watched thousands of shows, but they never left me empty like this show did. Very, very disappointing.
I want to call BS on thousands of shows.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, and
I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, you shows are typically, and I'm not gonna say
episodes, maybe
thousands of episodes.
Yeah,
I could definitely see that, but thousands of shows. There's shows. Minimum episodes of shows is about 6, maximum 24. But they usually all be around the same time. So, if you got 6 episodes, you got an hour and a half episodes. You got 24 episodes. You got 30-minute episodes. It's lots of time involved in one show.
Thousands of hours.
We're talking.
Sounds like to me.
Yeah.
So maybe you should get a life.
Emotional damage.
Or maybe we should.
Right, that's probably more. That's probably more true. All right. So,
worst show ever.
ever.
They should have. That's a missed opportunity. They should have put periods and worst show ever.
With all the periods.
So
with all
dramatic.
the periods. Yep. And
that would have been. You missed opportunity.
It would have taken it to the next level.
The next level, yeah.
As a friend of the LOL player,
I read this one earlier.
I have been genuinely concerned over his life for the past few years. No amount of counseling and rehab has been able to prove effective in curing this infection that is League. Seems this show has only boosted the effects. Please donate to the cause to save his life.
244 people found this helpful.
That is a great 1-star review.
Yeah,
I love it. Why do we need to represent smoking in kid movies? Isn't it against the rules?
The rules.
Shouldn't there be warnings and age restrictions? Shouldn't all those scenes be removed? Okay, wait.
Wait a minute. What is? Let's see. I want to see what this.
Isn't there some mental health issues almost leading to
something terrible.
Very
terrible that we don't want to mention because we'll get demonetized.
Exactly. That specific word. I think there's other things that you don't need to let your kids see in this show if you're worried about smoking. I think there's much worse things in this show.
And it's rated TV 14.
So, okay. Anyway.
And violence and some nudity and...
Yeah. Why do the producers want the kids to start smoking? That's the people below.
Because smoking is cool.
Created by Christian Link, Alex Lee. Oh, look, he linked all the creators and executive producers because he wanted people to know that these people want kids
advocates of smoking. Smoking is cool, kids. Okay, maybe
smoking is not cool.
Maybe saying that out loud is against our brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Turns to my stomach. I just want to shake some sense into you kids that are using drugs and thinking about using. So remember, don't, or else.
Shame on you, Sean.
It definitely is. Personally, I don't like the style of animation. That's fair. That's a taste thing. And it feels more like a high-quality, fan-made film that belongs on YouTube. I don't feel like that's as fair, but I hear you.
Okay.
I absolutely believe that this video game aesthetic ruins the show. I would almost rather watch Coco Melon or some teenage girl show like The Vampire Diaries than this garbage. I definitely would not rather watch Coco Melon, and definitely would not rather watch some teenage girl show
Vampire Diaries. Yes.
I've never watched Vampire Diaries. Maybe, let us know in the comments.
Are we wrong? We
love Vampire Diaries?
Yes.
Is that the new recommendation for Mead and Mischief?
Yes.
We've never done one of these, but if this video gets to 10,000 likes, we will watch Vampire Diaries and report
and
back
react to it.
And react
we
to
will
it.
react to it. We will do a review.
Exactly.
Oh God, I hope it doesn't get 10,000 likes.
It might be worth.
Okay.
I don't know. It might not.
All right.
Oh.
Stunned by the over-the-top reviews. This is a Saturday morning's kids show. Laughably bad dialogue and boring conflict between poorly written characters.
The art is nice. One star.
1 star.
I don't know what Saturday morning kids shows you're watching. I really don't.
I mean, Gargoyles was good. We got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, stuff like that.
Right.
We got some good Saturday morning cartoons, and I think this definitely ranks. Okay, anyway, sorry.
I don't know. The story is slow and boring. As we've been compiling I'll finish reading and then we'll talk about the slow and boring because as we've had some epiphanies that are I think reasonable. Besides Vi, the characters are generally unlikable. I think is what they meant. Are generally unlikable. However, the only good thing about this is the soundtrack slaps. I think I'm too old to use that unironically, but the soundtrack slaps. Dog.
It does.
Okay.
It slaps hard.
The art style is good,
that's
but it's not anything new. As it's just the Valorant art style. Another of the Riot Games IPs.
All right.
So the art. So there's two things. One is art. The art style is a taste thing, and no, the art style. There are other things that have as good art style as Arcane. That I think that's fair.
Not the same, but different
art
that style.
Is
that's
just
great.
as good quality. Yeah, I think that's. I mean,
totally get
the
that.
taste on. I mean, we both think the art style is really, really great. We both enjoyed
Yes.
it quite a bit.
Definitely one of my favorites.
But
for sure.
that's a taste thing. So I mean, that one is a matter of that. And the story is slow and boring. I think we are going to end up having a few more that kind of hit on that point. And it's worth mentioning now that the way this story it is not nonstop action, wall to wall action in this show. And if that's what you're looking for, or if you're looking for more stereotypical anime action stuff, Dragon Ball Z type, whatever. If you're looking for that kind of stuff, that or the Naruto
for 12 episodes.
If you're looking for whatever. I've seen a handful of Naruto episodes.
All right.
Right. Or something. Mm-hmm. If you're
looking for that.
If you're looking for that, then this may not be the show for you. And that is because it does go into some interesting, more slow political and character stuff. Now, we've seen some people talking about how these characters are poorly written and whatever, which I think, personally, we both think that's hogwash. The characters are incredibly written, in our opinion, and we can give reasons for that possibly in other videos. But we could see that it may be some of the pacing things and some of the topics may not be everybody's cup of tea. So that's worth mentioning.
All right. Well, another woke comeuppance tale.
Comeuppance. That's an awesome word. Good.
Tale.
That's 5 stars to your word choice of comeuppance.
That is as bland as the next television show, Hollywood. ... Nobody likes this stuff.
Nobody.
Okay, so first of all, I have these numbers pulled up so that will be for this specific one. We have on Rotten Tomatoes, which questionable as far as review site for me but anyway, we'll go with it. A lot of people put reviews on there, and anyway, the tomato meter, the critics is 100%, which they're pretty much usually 100 or 0. That's kind of the critics. They're all together.
Yeah.
The audience score is 96% with 4,748.
That's not nobody.
Views. That's
not
nobody. And these are not bot reviews.
Double negative.
Like our shill company Amazon that we work for. If you go on those websites, if we go on the Amazon website, a lot of those are bot reviews. We'll come over to anyway. You come over to IMDb, got a 9.1 out of 10, which originally I think it was like 9.4 and it's dropped over time, but which is expected.
People will jump on the overrated bandwagon.
Yeah. You need to talk about your overrated thing. But anyway, 166,000 reviews at 9.1.
166,000. Nobody wants this.
And
Nobody.
then to finish it up, Google reviews for Arcane's 4.9 stars, 14,252. So I don't know what he means by nobody.
Nobody wants this.
Nobody.
All
right.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. I put this one in there mostly because I want somebody in our comment. Well, and there's some silly stuff in the middle, but also because I want somebody in our comment section to explain this to me. So I'm going to do my best to read this. I'm probably reading it wrong, and there's probably some meme that I'm too old to understand, but I will give it my best shot. You can, in our comments, tell us how old and ignorant we are. That's fine. That's why this one's in here. It is Doggo! It is so trash. I pooped my pants. My jacket broke. I rather watch Demon Slayer X Naruto. It is that Doggo. So, two things. You pooped your pants there, buddy. I don't think I would.
Your jacket broke.
And I don't know if I would be admitting that on the internet for the world to read. And the other reason is, what in the world is Doggo? What does that mean? Somebody tell me in the comments below.
Please explain.
I'm too old to understand, I think, or something.
All right, so too slow.
This is IMDb.
Oh yeah, sorry. We're going into IMDb reviews.
IMDb.
Too slow, not much happening. Is it about love? Or about sibling relationships? Is it about a stone? Or technology? This seems like the summary or whatever that they put in front of like whenever you click on Arcane and it comes up on Netflix and it has a description that's like 3 sentences long. This is what it should be. Is it about love or about sibling relationships? Is it about a stone or technology? Revenge?
Okay, wait. So I can answer. Yes. Continue.
Okay. All right. I can't really feel the conflict.
Can't feel it. I'm not feeling it, bro.
It is too slow. All right, we talked
about that.
It's too slow.
Sure.
How the story run. Okay, English. The focus is all over the place, and most of them are just boring dialogues. Not thrilling at all. The war scene should be the only way to make it better, but the amount is too less.
So this is somebody that wants more action. The focus is all over the place. That's goofy. There's several different reviews talking about that. These stories are all these threads that come to this conclusion.
Are these are the people that want like a Cheers style show that it's one like group of people that you just see them the whole time and you don't ever get multiple. I don't understand. I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Okay. Anyway,
they want to show that it's only about love.
37 out of 343 found that one helpful. That's good. Okay.
37 people. It's so bad that my eyes hurt. I'm just going to say, if your eyes are hurting that bad, then maybe, just maybe, you should try listening.
An audiobook. Speaking of audiobooks, we here at Mead and Mischief are offering you guys a free 30-day trial at audibletrial.com/nomads. We'll put the link in the description. With that free trial, you get a audiobook for free. You get to pick out of the tens of thousands of books that they have on their library. You also get access during that time to the Audible Originals and to Audible Plus, which is basically a bunch of hundreds of free books that are included during that 30 days. And so if you like vast open worlds, you like intriguing characters, you should definitely check out the book that I'm reading currently, which is Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. It's actually I'm listening to, but same thing, right? So if you want to check that out, it's audibletrial.com/nomads. That's audibletrial.com/NOMADS.
Literally, figuratively, my eyes hurt. The series is a freak show. It doesn't know if it's drama, fantasy, or action adventure. Things can be more than one genre.
All of the above.
Multi-genre is modern. That would be a problem. Okay. I should have kept writing because they acknowledged. Okay, that wouldn't be a problem if there were any interesting characters or ideas. I guess that's an opinion-based thing. So
So no interesting characters, no interesting ideas.
It's basically a bunch of people thrown fighting for what? Magic, science. It's boring. They're fighting for themselves, for people. I can answer that one clearly. The magic and the science are just side window dressing. It's about the people. So I don't know if that helps, Mr. Whoever you are, or Miss Whoever you are, or whatever.
You're exactly right. It's about the top
characters.
and it's about the bottom and how they intertwine.
It's boring, painfully flashy, harmful to the eyes, immature. It's so bad that I cannot believe it got 9.3 or whatever. I have no words for this pile of garbage. So it is. There are moments where it is very flashy, and there's a lot of like neon stuff and whatever. So like some of that's kind of like, I don't know if that's what they mean by that, but like some of the I could see somebody not liking that. What are you doing? This is so boring.
He has 70 words for this pile of garbage, actually.
Yeah, okay. No words.
It is a mediocre work.
This person wants to be a professional.
The video is of a normal level.
Normal.
The design is nothing new. The story is also boring.
Also boring.
The animation direction is also mediocre. This is an animation for teenagers.
So that last sentence, I would say, is probably kind of true. Yeah. I do think the target audience is maybe late teens, early 20 people. I think that is a true statement.
Anything from teens to our age.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I think teens are probably the target demographic.
Yeah, but
I think it's enjoyable by many.
Yeah.
29 out of 197 found this helpful. Yep. Good job. Bad. Kids, wake up.
What is it, dude?
A human has fallen from the surface of this world.
Really? You got a bone to pick with him?
We've gone hick. That's okay. We're from Texas.
Yep.
No time for puns. Come on. That was a real rib tickler. Aye. Enough.
All right. Here we go again.
Welcome to the underground. How was the fall?
If you want to look around, give us a call. We don't see humans that often. We're happy if you just dropped in. I'll be so popular when I show all the monsters what I just brought in.
Hey, Papyrus, mind your manners.
Can it, Sans?
Can it, Sans?
There you go.
No time for banter. Excuse my brother. He's a bit eccentric. What in the world did I just read? 1 star.
Wait. Who is Sans and who is the other character? Let's see if this is actually a thing.
Papyrus. Oh, Undertale, right?
Yep. Glitch.
Oh, which is an Undertale spin-off thing.
Yeah. Undertale, Glitch. Okay.
So that is a big, very active community. So I don't want to mess with you guys. It's fine. You do you, bros. I'm not gonna come after y'all. I'm not gonna come after the Undertale, Glitchtail folks.
We'll just leave you alone.
You do you. Enjoy your different reviews. Go for it.
Okay. All right. You get the best one.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Never saw a more annoying character than What the? Was that really wasted? What?
you said it right. Keep going. You were doing great.
What the? Was that really wasted my time there?
Was that really wasted my time there? He needed a comma. But anyway, go ahead.
It was. I read it like he wrote
I know
it.
you did. I know.
Okay. Everyone tries their best to do something, and voila, that Jinx is there to ruin it all. Dang Jinx. Can there be more annoying character than her? WTF writing. So Jinx not Jimsk, but Jinx is this is one of the ones that I remember Tunaholic actually responding to. And as he said rightly, she's the foil. she's supposed to be bad, messing stuff up. That's kind of how that is in writing. That's I mean, that was kind of like
WTF writing, apparently.
that was kind of how that was, part of her purpose. But I mean, yeah, I could see somebody finding her annoying. I could totally see that. But writing.
We've upgraded to 2 stars.
No.
Boring. Goes nowhere. Hundreds of uninteresting characters.
What?
I want to know where they found hundreds of characters in this show. Is there hundreds of characters?
There are hundreds of people on screen at some point.
I guess they're talking about the crowd scenes.
Yeah.
And when the crowd scenes, people are just sitting there looking and listening to whoever's talking.
I agree. They're super boring.
They are boring.
Hey, get some motivation.
This
Start
guy
having
is
a speaking
right.
line.
This guy is right.
That's right.
Hundreds of uninteresting characters.
10-star review, sir. Good on you.
Every scene tries to build up as if something amazing is just about to happen, but then nothing ever happens.
Not
plus
anything.
a real mess
Not emotional damage.
plus a real mess of storylines and characters everywhere.
Just everywhere. They're
Boring
everywhere.
as crap.
Standing there, not speaking, doing nothing.
Uninteresting. Boring as crap. Not for me. If you want some good, straight-to-the-point animation, just watch Dark Fury.
Never watched Dark Fury. I mean,
It might be great. Who knows?
Might be great. If this video gets 100,000 views, we will watch and review Dark Fury.
We're gonna keep going. Next, it's gonna be 1 million. Y'all just wait.
Pretty boring.
Yeah, go for it.
you have something?
No, I was gonna say never done those before, but in this one video, we're gonna do like 4 of them.
Pretty boring for the hype. I gave this a try because a reviewer raved about the revolutionary art. I guess she'd never seen its type before. I feel like that's a fair statement. If you went in expecting like something brand spanking new, never been done, the most awesome art ever, I guess. They put a lot of effort into it, but it'll look very familiar because this art style is often in fantasy illustrations, which is a key word in that sentence that I think this person is not seeing how important that word is. But anyway, continue. It's not really that good looking, unfortunately. Just agree to disagree, I guess. Yeah. I mean, we think it's incredible. It is. This style of art is common in fantasy illustrations. I think that same is true.
No.
Fantasy illustrations and fantasy animation are
very different
they're
things.
They're similar, related, but we're talking about different things
I watched
entirely.
a video, and if I can find it, I'll link it in the description. But there was a video about a guy talking about how amazing it was that Arcane was made because it was 6 years of this team's life that they put this together. And when you go and look, there is a ton of really good art. If you go out and look on something ArtStation, I believe is one of them, and then I don't remember what the really big DeviantArt. Yeah. You look at either one of those sites and you look up any kind of fantasy art. There's some really great artists out there. However, they're not given the time. We don't have enough time and or money to allow these great artists to complete something. And so the fact that these guys were able to, and granted, it may not be your cup of tea, but it is very different. And I know a lot of time was put into it.
Quality versus taste.
Yeah,
are 2 different things.
That's right.
I think a lot of people forget that.
Somebody, it may have been Tunaholic that said in one of his videos too, was talking about how each scene looks like it's a painting. It could be pulled out at some point. And granted, there's paintings out there like that people don't like. You know, there's anything from Van Gogh to
Monet.
Yeah, there's
your
styles
favorite,
that
Jackson Pollock.
There are styles that people don't
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Yeah. So, all right.
Taste and quality are not always.
That's right. That's true.
But artwork is where they spent all the money because the writing is bottom level. Strong agree to disagree. I was excited to see one of the characters. It's a shame they decided to take fascinating stuff and I feel like I understand what's happening here. Fascinating stuff and turn it into an utter mass production, factory made, calculated for the widest denominator story arcs. That is hogwash. That is categorically false. That one, you're wrong. That last bit. Now the first bit, like where he starts, I don't know. I've been paying attention to usernames or whatever else. It's irrelevant. But excuse me, that I still don't know.
I am master. Okay.
Or whatever. But they clearly are into League of Legends and were expecting something in particular and didn't get that, and I can understand that as expectation versus reality kind of thing. That I can get. But when we start going into this see Jonathan's early comments, and this utterly mass production factory made calculated for the widest. This is very much not that at all. There's very little that's like this out there right now. That's hogwash. Sorry, but you're definitely wrong in that.
When you actually look at the IMDb ratings compared to other things that Netflix has put out, this is by far one of their top. And we know Netflix is not the people that produce it. We got a bunch of comments about that. We know Netflix is not the team that put this together. But what I'm saying is, out of Netflix's mini shows, this is by far one of the top and has separated itself out into the likes of Breaking Bad and Avatar: The Last Airbender and things on IMDb that is very top tier, amazing shows. And so, for that statement to even be near truth is wrong in my opinion. But anyway.
The sisters who are the protagonists are unlikable, and you feel like someone copied much better stories for the interactions. Agree to disagree. There's just no appeal to their cookie cutter journey. This is the second person we've gotten with cookie cutter. I don't know which ones of these we're gonna keep and cut it. Whatever else. It's just wrong. Go and look at 1,000 other books and more, even especially we look at TV shows only, but we look at books, TV shows, movies. There are probably some that have some elements and some similar tropes, and sure, I'm not saying that's false, but to say it's cookie cutter, what? I don't get it. The other characters seem like soulless pantomimes. There are no characters that are soulless, that don't have incredible depth, done with so little. You're wrong. It's just uninspired. That is a subjective sort of a thing. So sure, you can have that one, I guess. The soundtrack is out of place and feels like I'm watching a commercial. That one I've heard. I didn't feel that way, but I've heard other people say that. I think that one is a fair.
Where I disagree with that. Okay, maybe don't disagree with the commercial thing. Whatever. I guess because. Okay.
It is major transition, and
there's major transition, and these songs were specifically written for Arcane.
They were
there, which maybe points to the fact that it is similar to a commercial. You have your little diddlies and things about the local cleaning store and all those things specifically written for those commercials. So I maybe get where you could draw that line, but as far as it being bad. If you don't like the show, that's a taste thing. Yeah,
that's what I was talking about there.
It doesn't. I think it's very well done. I don't think it pulls you out. I don't think.
We've seen several examples of people that felt that way. So and that's all I was saying there is I can give them that one as a taste.
Yeah.
And they didn't like both Jonathan and I clearly I actually really liked the music a ton and thought it worked really well, and obviously Jonathan agrees.
Yeah.
So it's a horrible disappointment, not worth the time. Just Google static images if you like the looks, which is actually good advice, actually. If you watch the show and you're like, I love the art and whatever, go pull some wallpapers and move on with your life. That's fine. No problem there.
I tried to like this.
How hard?
Oh, wait,
I'm sorry. Try?
This is Rotten Tomatoes. So we'll see if there's. I wonder if there's
any.
I haven't noticed a difference. Well, I take that back. I think the what were these? IMDb was a little. They were a little bit better than the first reviews, don't you think? They had some better points than the first several views.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Maybe Rotten Tomatoes will stand out even better.
Are these reviews fresh?
Because these are like
rotten.
Rotten Tomatoes are like the critics. They're supposed to be the crap.
These are not.
I know.
Probably.
I know. No, I didn't get any of the critics because all the critics said 100%. So
yeah.
All right. I tried to like this. Grinded through 3 or 4 episodes.
The characters. Remember.
The characters have a depth and backstory true, and I wanted to feel for them. but it's unrelatable to me, and the world is unrelatable too. It feels as if they're. Go ahead.
That I could see that. Like this world is so different than anything.
I see that. I don't see.
I don't know if this is a fantasy fan.
I don't see the characters are unrelatable. So so unrelatable because
I can.
You can.
There's none of these characters that are not even like I can find bits and pieces of relatableness in almost anything, but like there's not a single character that's anything like me. Nothing. I mean, you know what I mean? Like as far as relatableness,
I find you very Silco-like. I'm just kidding. That's the next video we're doing. Who are we most like? And you can put it down in the comments, and then we'll put those together. Yeah. Which characters are we most like?
And it can't be based on looks.
Yeah, no, definitely not looks, because then you're just going to put me as the big silent type guy. Yeah, it's got to be your characteristics and how we. Yeah. Anyway, the Mead and Mischief of us.
Yes.
All right. So it feels as if they're privileged kids, yet they're painted as impoverished. Which I guess can be perceived.
That's an interesting statement. You can finish that.
Yeah.
But
no, I mean, I agree. It is an interesting statement. It's kind of
they Vi and Powder and the two other folks that sadly die. They, because of Vander, they are kind of almost royalty of the under, and which is I hadn't really thought, and I don't know what they're to me honestly is a more interesting take on. That's
well, and just because
I don't think that's a bad thing.
Just because you're in poverty doesn't mean you're
not privileged, like that mindset.
Yes, or like you can have a privileged mindset, and vice versa. You can be very rich and have a more poverty-like mindset. Because
absolutely,
Jeff Bezos. I mean, not saying that we're a shill or anything.
Don't say that.
But up until recently, I think he was driving like a Toyota Corolla kind of thing, and that's what I'm talking. I'm not
right. Well, and that's a little bit different, but
But I'm just saying you can. It's multi-layered, people. You're not just one thing, and I think that's where I'm trying to get at. You can be impoverished, but act like you're privileged,
the king of the world, or queen of the world, or whatever.
And good, bad, or ugly.
So I don't know where they're going. But honestly, I think that makes it more interesting.
Which I guess can be perceived as a feel-good vibe to someone. I found myself rooting against them, against all of them.
Okay.
British accents are my favorite, but this one had too many. It just felt so wrong. It didn't fit right. I think it needed to be darker and grittier if it was going to be gritty.
So I guess the British accent. So the feel good. Yeah. So we said in our review that there aren't really any true heroes in this story, and that's absolutely true. I don't know what they're trying to say. It was not intended to have a feel-good vibe. I don't know where you're going to make it darker and grittier. I don't know what you want with that. I think that's a goofy statement in this thing. I don't know what that, in context, what that means.
I know there's some very dark things that have been coming out recently, so I know when you start comparing things, but this is pretty dang dark.
Yeah, it's like
for animated show especially.
Well, especially and I don't know whether we're talking about and without sitting down and have a conversation with this person or whatever.
Whether
I don't know what they mean,
character,
what violence,
darkness,
or what I mean, because like the struggle and the mental Jinx, the mental hers is extremely dark and.
I mean, freaking A, she ends the whole thing by, this is big time spoiler alert if you haven't jumped out now. She ends the whole thing by sending a big old rocket into the heart of the upper world with all the main characters sitting in there. And so, I mean, that's pretty dang dark. And for her whole character arc, looking like there's a possibility that she could still turn back and be on the good side. And I know if you are a fan of the game, you probably knew she's crazy and she is bad or whatever. But the fact that you're thinking this whole time, maybe she will, and then she
and
sends a rocket to kill people.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there are some good some happy moments that happen in the show.
Yeah.
But the dark grittiness loses all impact if that's all you. It's like that movie. I think it was Vampire Hunters or something that is like over the top, like cartoon. Like it's extremely gory, but it's like you don't feel any of it because it's almost cartoonishly so.
Yeah.
Like you have
kind of like.
And I think it was was intended to
Kill
be.
Bill almost.
Sure,
kind of
like a Quentin Tarantino type,
Yeah.
like whatever. Where and I don't know if that's the best, but yeah, that idea of if you don't have these moments of tenderness and whatever, and these moments of vulnerability and some hope within it, I think Echo's story is a beautiful example of hope within chaos and whatever else. Then the dark and grittiness loses its impact and its value, and so I don't know. The British. I could see the British accents thing. Like if you're like, because people tend to associate British accents with soothingness, and so I guess that's fine. Feel that way. So what do y'all think?
Yeah, please let us know what doggo means.
Exactly.
And we hope you enjoyed this lighter take. We'll keep doing some more stuff on this because obviously the both of us like it a lot, and I think you guys liked it a lot. A lot of our viewers
not you
did.
Guys,
not them guys. Yeah, Anyway, so hope you guys enjoy this. We will see you in the next one.
Yep. Goodbye.